think this: I am happy that I value my body, my time, and my well-being, those three things, enough that I'm here taking time for myself on my yoga mat today, right now. You got it going on. What a good way to start your day. Let the magic happen. Just be here. Let the magic happen. I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga. This is your yoga from home. We do this yoga every single day, so come join us every day. You can watch us on Facebook or on YouTube. Send us a thumbs up, send us a like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, but just show up. I'll be here for you. Come on now, don't disappoint me. Come on, show up and just do your yoga. Value your time, value your body, value your well-being, your peace of mind enough that you do your yoga every day. It's a 1 hour long practice. We call this our MF practice, our mobility and flexibility practice. You will get more mobile, you will get more flexible to help you move, to help you carry on in your day, living your yoga off of your mat, which is one of the things we're doing this month, and just finding peace in your body, your mind, and your soul. How perfect is that? Like I said, it's 1 hour long. Every day our practices are different, but every day this thing is the same. The bottom of the screen where it says do what's right for your body. Everybody's body's different. Every day is different. Honor that. Pay attention to it and just do what you can. Trust your body. Trust your body. Do what you can with it. Take things to a lesser percentage, use props a little differently, or just modify. Or like I was doing during that little spinny countdown, lots of ways to do different things. Just get on your mat and do. And you want to feel what you feel. That sounds kind of silly, doesn't it? You want to feel the sensations in your body, yet the poses may look very different from the person next to you or somebody else, or last week or last month. They may just look different. It's what you're feeling in your body that mounts. Just trust yourself. All right, word to think about today as you practice is change. All right, does that invoke fear? Oh no, I don't want to change. I like where I am. I'm in my comfort zone. Or does it sound exciting to you? Let's make it sound exciting. Change is to transform and to become different. And we all can improve, and we all want to get better. Most importantly, that mobility and flexibility, you want to improve that every single day of your life. Okay, pep talk. Got it? Good. All right, so here's what you need today. Things we always have. Buy them if you don't have them, because you're going to show up. Come back tomorrow. Come back every day. Tell your friends about us. 2 yoga blocks. Those are great. You can get them just about anywhere. Buy 2 yoga blocks, and they usually come with a strap. So get that. And if you don't have the strap today or the blocks, that's all right, because you're going to modify, make it work. But get the straps and the block. All right. Or the blocks and the strap. Get some water. You're going to want to wet your whistle. A little hand towel always comes in handy, and an eye shade is wonderful. Buy an eye shade while you're out buying your blocks. Get them weighted, get them scented if you like that. I like it. I know some of you don't. But it's just nice to cover your eyes during your final shavasana practice. Okay, today's practice is mostly seated. We got one pose where you stand. You don't have to do it. You can modify. Let's come down to seated. As you're here, let's lock in a stress number. What is that? Say it every day. So think about this. You know, when you go to the doctor's office, smiley face to frowny face, give it a number, scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10. Give yourself a number. Where are you today? Let's come into a child's pose. All right. So we're down on the mat most of today. You don't have to worry about anything. Just be at peace on your mat. Got your stress number locked in, child's pose. Knees can be together. Hips go back towards your heels. They don't have to touch your heels, just send them on back. Think of your tailbone going to the back of the room. Arms can be down by your sides, palms face up. Here's your first opportunity to use your blocks. You can bring the blocks underneath your forehead. You can have no blocks at all and bring your forehead down to your mat. Wide-legged child's pose is an option. To do that, you spread your knees wide, hips go back towards your heels, and you reach your arms long to the top of your mat. You can put your blocks under your forehead again, or just settle in. Peace. Peace is our theme for this month. Peace and quiet, peace and tranquility, peace and stillness. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Really feel your lungs expand. And then sigh it out your mouth. Let it go. Really let it go. Yesterday we talked about sending your navel to your spine. Think of that imagery. Think of really deflating all the air out of your lungs as you come to settle into your child's pose. Great pose to calm the mind. As you come to peace on your mat, as you honor your body and your time. I'll honor your time. I'll let you know exactly when the hour is up. And you're honoring your well-being, the union of your body, your mind, and your soul, finding peace in the movements. Take a deep breath in. And this time, as you like, maybe close your lips and breathe in and out of your nose only for the rest of the practice. But if you need to, breathe in through your mouth. That's okay. But our bodies were designed to breathe in and out of the nose with the lips closed. Drink in a full breath of air and let it all go. So in your child's pose, think about it. Your quads are getting a nice stretch here, and kind of in preparation for as we move on to other poses. Especially today, we're going to do a hero's pose. So your quads are getting a nice little wake-up call. So are your knees, your ankles. If you're in the extended child's pose, your arms are reaching far to the top of the mat. Nice little movement in the arms as we prepare to do our thread the needle pose. Breathe in, breathe out. Your spine is long, your tailbone is lengthening in the opposite direction of your crown of your head. Breathe in, breathe out. Come back to this pose anytime you want. Maybe you stay here longer. Feels really good in the back. No rush, no hurry, no worry. It's your yoga. If you want to stay in a pose longer, do it. Right now, I'm going to come out of the child's pose, whichever variation you're in. Bring your shoulders over your wrists and your knees underneath your hips. Let's do cat-cow. All right, we do this one a lot. So press the tops of your feet into your mat and your hands into your mat. Lengthen through your spine. Just stay here for a second and just feel what you feel. Feel long and straight in the spine. Just feel strength in the alignment of your arms and your thighs. As you exhale, tuck your chin to your chest and bring your tailbone under, arch your back up to the sky. Push hard into the earth. Feel it here. Feel the goodness. Feel the strength. This will help you prepare for plank, right? Pushing hard into the earth, being nice and strong. Exhale. Retract your shoulders, crown of the head lifts, and your tailbone lifts. Do a few cat-cows. Maybe close your eyes so you can feel what you feel. Don't forget to push into the tops of your feet and your hands. Sometimes we just kind of forget. Inhale, cow. Moving your spine in the shape of a C, and then a backward C. How far can you extend that tailbone to the sky in cow? How far can you tuck the tailbone under in cat? Move your spine. Finish up and come back to that neutral tabletop position. And let's do cat pulling its tail. All right, so lots of variations. Maybe lift your right leg up, knee to about hip height. Maybe this is as far as you take it. Circle your ankle around. You always want to circle your ankles and let them feel good when you can. Maybe a little bit of a kick towards your bottom. Maybe that's where you stay. Maybe to pull the tail, you take your opposite hand of the leg that's lifted. So I'll take my left hand because my right leg's lifted and reach around, capture the foot. Capture the foot and kick into the foot. What do you feel here? Press hard into the earth and feel your left front shoulder, your pectoral muscles and the chest. Feel them opening up as you send the left shoulder to the sky. Kick harder into your hand and maybe look up over your left shoulder. Slowly finish. Bring your hand on down and your knee on down, wherever you were, however far you took it. All right, repress into the earth. Press the top of your right foot into your mat. Lift your left leg up. And where are you taking it today? Circle the ankle, this way and that. Maybe kick your bottom. Maybe that's where you take it today. And be happy, because you know what? Feel what you feel. Right now you're feeling strengthening in your low back, right? So it's working here too. If you'd like, reach the right hand around, capture your left foot, kick into your right hand. Look a little bit more to the right, more to the right, more to the right. Kick. And just take a second. Feel what you feel. You feel the strong earth beneath you. Do you feel your right shoulder opening up? Look up toward the sky and breathe. You got it going on. And as you're ready, set that foot down, set the knee down, set the hand down, wiggle your hips a little bit. We're going to do bird dog next. All right, lots of ways to take it. Ooh, come back on a Friday. We do bird dog, really fun on Friday. All right, so lift your right leg up. Knee to about hip height, just like we did a minute ago, and then extend your right leg long. Dial your right hip down, because chances are it's going to kind of be popped up higher than the left hip. Bring it on back down so both hips are aligned equally to the earth. Draw your toes toward your shin and then send your heel to the back of the room. Stay right here. Feel what you feel. What do you feel? Great strengthening again in the low back, but this time your leg is straight. Press into the earth and hold it here. Variations for bird dog. All right, you can do some balancing. You can bring your blocks to the top of your mat. You could extend your left arm long and rest your left arm on the blocks. Lengthen through your spine. If you don't want to use the blocks, you can extend your arm long. Thumb up like a hitchhiker, fingers spread wide, press hard into the earth. Don't forget to press into your back left foot. You're gazing down to your right thumb, hold it here, crown of the head is lengthening. Fingertips are lengthening, your heel is lengthening. Hold it and stay there. Maybe bend the elbow and the knee and have the elbow and knee touch underneath your belly button. Can't quite get there? No problem. Reach and do it again. Just try, and before you know it, they'll be touching. Maybe not today, another day maybe. Plant your hand, plant your knee. Let's do it on the other side. All right, readjust, neutral tabletop. Lift the left leg, extend the left leg, toes to the shin, heel reaching to the back of the room. Dial your left hip down so both hips are equal distant to the mat. Push into the earth. Find bird dog on the other side. Right arm reaches, maybe to the blocks, maybe no blocks. Reach. Press into the earth. It helps you get your balance. You're lengthening in your spine. You don't want that decompressed, squished spine. You want to find space in your spine. As you're ready, if you want, elbow toward knee. You don't have to go very far. Just get some movement going to kind of make you get your balance in your pose. Breathe, tuck, reach, and stretch. You got it. Hand comes down, knee comes down. That's your bird dog pose. You know, activity and movements are the key to happiness. When you move, you just feel better. All right, neutral tabletop. Press tops of the feet into the mat. Lift your right arm high to the sky. Look up toward the right hand as best you can. Hello, Esther. Hello, Mary Jo. Tammy, Betty, Stan. Woo! All right, excellent. Thread the needle. Right arm underneath the left, bringing your right shoulder down to either a block or the earth, or you're saying, no way. All right, can't do it? Give yourself a big hug in a seated position. Give yourself a big hug. Pay attention to which arm's on top. I'm going to do the thread the needle pose in the classic way. Right arm palm is face up. Right arm threads to the left of the mat. Left arm reaches high to the mat. Adjust your knees. Everybody's height, everybody's mobility is different. Almost think like you're coming into a child's pose with the knees wide. Sink your hips back towards your heels. Bring the shoulder on down to the mat. Left fingers reach to the top of the mat. Shoulder is down. Right arm is reaching to the left side. So your arms are almost kind of sort of in a letter L shape. Feel the goodness in the right shoulder. Breathe in, breathe out. Same thing. If you're giving yourself a big hug, reaching your fingers towards your spine. Let your shoulders expand to the sides of the room. Breathe. And your bottom can be kind of lifted like a puppy pose, or maybe you send it further back. Just kind of move your body to feel the goodness in this right shoulder. Breathe. And get ready to finish. So just unwind the way you came in. Unthread the needle, left shoulder over left wrist. Right arm lifts high. Hi, Liz, I'm glad you're here. Lift the right arm up. Give the fingers a wiggle. Look up and finish. Other side, same opportunity. Let's take it. Right arm lifts. Maybe it doesn't go very high. That's all right. Lift it to what you can. Try to look to the left side of your mat. Maybe look even higher. And then finish. Bring the left arm under the right. Bringing the left palm up toward the sky. Sliding the arm to the right side of your mat. Right arm slides to the top of your mat. Left shoulder comes down to your block or to the mat. Wiggle and adjust your hips. Right arm reaches long, left arm reaches far. Breathe in, breathe out. You know, think about this. Anytime that you work your body, you're also working your mind, right? Believe that you can do, and you can. And when you work with your mind, you're working on the stress in your body. So move your body to alleviate some stress. That's why I always take that stress number. Movement brings the stress down. And you'll see, we took that tangible measure, that number in the beginning. We'll come back to it in a moment. All right, shoulders rested. You feel the same stretch here. Exhale, chin back to center. Right arm under right shoulder. Left arm up, up, up to the sky or wherever you can. Look up to it and then finish. All right, come back to your neutral tabletop. Take your cat-cow. You know this one so well. You take it your way. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Don't you feel better already? All right, I'm going to grab a quick drink. Maybe you want to do the same because we're going to do our plank. All right, we do a plank just about every day. We set a timer for 1 minute. The key here is you do it your way. All right, so here's the deal. Here's the deal. If you're new to plank, if it's really super new to you, lie on your back. Hey, there's a million ways to take these. Take the modification that just keeps you coming back and trying, and gradually it'll happen. If you're lying on your back, hug your shoulders more towards your spine, so your shoulders are really pulled back. Take your 2 blocks and send them up to the sky, and imagine you're doing plank. Now, don't push so hard that you pull your shoulders up, too. You want your shoulders tucked back into the shoulder sockets. Press into your blocks, and there's your plank. I show you that one first because you can stay there a little bit longer than those of you that are going to take the high plank or whatever variation. All right, here's a couple others. Let me show you real quick. Get set up to do the one you want to do. Maybe you stay on your knees, spread your knees a little bit wider, walk your hands a little more forward, hands shoulder width distance apart. Hinge the weight forward. Feel the weight into the arms. Gecko. Kind of gecko grip, kind of a little suction cups on the pads of your fingers. Pressing more into your pointer finger and to your thumb. It helps alleviate some tension on the wrists. Maybe you hinge forward and stay right here. You could send your legs back further, come down onto your forearms, elbows under shoulders, staying on your knees right here. Plenty of a core challenge. Don't, sell yourself short here, and don't criticize yourself. Draw your toes under if you prefer. Press on up to a dolphin plank. That's another variation. I'm going to take a high plank, and then I'm going to do it on 3 limbs. All right, when you're ready, let me tell you about a high plank. Shoulders over wrists, legs are long, feet are hip width distance apart. Press into the earth and breathe. Let's set our timer now. All right, timer, 1 minute. Okay, so you can stay right here. Take the variation of plank that you like. Countdown, you can watch the timer. We are already 10 seconds in. Maybe that's what you do today and you come out of your plank and rest in a child's pose. Stay here as long as you like. If you want to take breaks in your high plank, drop to your knees or send your hips high to a downward facing dog. It's all good. Guess what? We are halfway there. You've been here 30 seconds already. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lift my back left leg. I'm going to hold it up here for a little bit. We are 40 seconds in, more than 40 seconds in. You got it. Plant the left foot, lift the right leg. Breathe. Take the lifts as you like, if you want, as you try to build strength in these last 10 seconds of our practice. Remember, push the earth away. Lengthen through your spine. Engage your core. Stay strong. 3, 2, 1, and done. You did it. All right. Awesome. Little bit of core. It's all good. How did you do? Are you keeping time? If you're not, no big deal. Maybe, if you've been practicing for a while, it gets to be fun to keep the time so you can just measure your progress. All right. More core stuff. Grab your strap and bring it on back. by your shoulders. All right, it's all about control, right? We talk about that. It's all about your control of your body. Bring the soles of your feet together to touch, knees open wide. Lengthen up through your spine. Maybe you decide to stay right here. If you're staying here, draw your shoulders back. Make your back nice and straight. Don't round in the shoulders. Doesn't even look attractive, does it? Doesn't even look strong and healthy. Shoulders back, crown of the head lifted, hold here. Here's your control part, hands to prayer center. Slowly lower your body down. Slowly. Take your time because you are in control. Just play with it. Let that be your little thing that you just play with in your practice. Whenever we come to seated, take it nice and slowly. Maybe hold it at one point here and there as you recline, as you hold your core tightly. Tight, strong core, so important for your balance, your movement, and your flexibility. Come all the way down. Once you're all the way down, hips, heels up toward your groin, knees open nice and wide. All right, breathe here. Come into a goddess pose if you like. So you're going to take your arms, tee them out so your hands are at shoulder height, then bend your elbows as you bring the backs of your hands, sweep them on the ground, bring them back so the forearms are parallel to the sides of your mat. Chest feels a little bit lifted, backs of your hands are down. Modify as you need to. Open up through the chest. A lot of us hold tightness in our chest. We are in that forward fold position, or in that forward hugging position on our phones way too much, so our pectoral muscles get tight. Send them open. Breathe. Parallel arms. You're in your goddess pose. Reclined goddess. How does it feel? Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's get into the hips and the hip flexors. Send your left leg long. Left leg long, toes drawn toward your shins with the heel to the bottom of your mat. Bring your right knee back to a natural position, sole of the foot on the ground. Lift the right leg up, drawing the right toes toward the shin. Bring your arms down and hug underneath your right knee. Can't quite reach it? That's okay. You could use a towel or a strap, or nothing at all. Just pull the knee in toward the body, release it. Bend the other one, release it. Go back and forth, right to left to right, hugging one knee in, then the other. Maybe one leg comes down onto the mat, or maybe you say, I'm peeling up my shoulders. I'm going to extend one leg, but not set it down, while I hug in the one knee, then the other. Do your little single knee hug-ins. Breathe. You know, you think, oh, this isn't much. It's a lot. It's a lot. If your shoulders are down and you're just pulling a knee in, if one leg's extended and you're hugging the other one in, it's all good. It's all a lot. Trust yourself that you're doing really good, super things for your body, your mind, your well-being. All right, finish. Send your legs long, stick pose. Point the toes, point the fingers high overhead. Breathe. Breathe. Double leg stretches. Drag the heels up, draw the knees toward your chest, and then extend and bring them on down. Think of dragging the heels through mud. Add in the arms. Arms come down as the legs go down. Arms can go up as your knees hug up. So you're kind of like snow angeling your arms. Arms up overhead as the knees come up. Arms go down as the legs extend. Add it all in together. Peel the shoulders up. Hug in the knees. Extend the legs as if you're in a low boat pose. Arms extend high over toward the back of your room. Maybe touch the elbows to the knees and extend. Or you like that hugging in. Hug the knees in and then extend. You play with this however you want it to be. Breathe. Breathe. Both legs going in together. Want to take a break? Take a break. Set your legs down. Set your shoulders down. Whatever works, works. And we're all after making things work. All right, let's finish here and find your strap. Legs go long. Take a break for a moment. Find your strap if you want to use it, and you can do your boat pose with your strap today. Another variation, if you don't have the strap, just press on up and then come on back to your forearms. Elbows under your shoulders, palms on your mat and lift your legs up here and hold. Breathe. If you have the strap and you want to use it, I think it's kind of fun to include the props. Center of the strap under your feet, heels to the bottom of your mat and elbows hugged in. Lift on up, lean on back as if you were in a recliner. Hi Betty, hi Karen, hi Arena. It's good to see you. Breathe. Always good to see you, although I don't see you, but thank you for being here. Send me a comment. Say hello. If you want to join our group, press through the heels, lean on back a little bit more. You got it. Maybe move a little bit. If you want to be part of our group, Friends of 316 Yoga, post lots of fun little articles, give you words of encouragement throughout the day. Check us out, Friends of 316 Yoga. How are you doing here? Breathe, keep it hugged in, you are strong. Maybe a little bend in your knees feels better in the front of your hips. You decide, re-engage the chest, lift it up, and put a smile on your face. Because, remember, you are happy. I am happy that I value my body, I value my time and my well-being by being on my mat. All right, finish. Heels come down, use your strap, walk your hands down the strap, work your forehead towards your knees. Little bend in your knees might feel great. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. Exhale. Remember the homework. Belly to navel, or navel to spine. Breathe. Let it go. All right, let's come into a lunge. Take your 2 blocks. Let's do this lunge a little bit differently. All right, so come on up to standing on your knees. Bring your 2 blocks by your side. Bring your right foot forward, knee over right ankle. Left foot goes super long on your mat. Put a towel underneath your knee if the knee doesn't feel so good. Left leg is long on your mat. Keep your hands on your blocks. Lengthen at about a 45-degree angle through your torso. Lengthen and breathe. The focus is on the left front hip flexor. Breathe. Slowly press on up to your fingertips and just breathe deeply. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Left foot is really super long on your mat. You're really feeling this where? I probably don't have to tell you because you know. You're really feeling it in this left front hip flexor. That's another area you really need to stretch out. You know, I was talking about the pectorals earlier. When you're on your phone and you're down like this all the time, you got to open up through the chest, the counter of that telephone pose. All right, telephone pose. Yeah, that's what it's called, the telephone pose. Send your shoulders back. Send your shoulders back a little bit more. And in your hip flexor. What is the opposite of this? You're stretching out the front. What's the opposite of that? When you're sitting at your desk, when you're sitting on your slouchy sofa, when you're so far forward, those muscles are compressing in the front. You want to extend them. You want to expand them. You want to lengthen them. Let's lengthen them a little bit more. Send your arms up to the sky. Maybe send your gaze up there too. Maybe take a tiny little baby back bend and take some breaths here. Breathe in, breathe out. If it is painful, you know, come out of it. If it's just uncomfortable, breathe through it. Take these poses with your breath. Inhale and exhale. Slowly come back. Shoulders over your hips, maybe hands to prayer center. Take a moment of gratitude and say, whew, thank goodness I did it. Bring your hands back down to your blocks. We have another hip flexor to work on. All right, when you're ready, bring your right knee to meet your left knee on your mat. Other hip forward, left foot forward, knee over ankle. Press into the blocks to send your right leg super duper long on your mat. Top of the right foot on your mat. How's your knee feeling, Mary Jo? Put a towel underneath it. Press into your hands. Come on up. Okay, so I'm trying to make Fridays more fun. You breathe here to whatever feels good for you. All right, we call our Fridays Fun Friday. Maybe press into your fingertips, maybe shoulders more over your hips. Maybe you keep your hands here to pray through this pose. Breathe here. Fridays are Fun Fridays. We call it Yoga Plus. We do bar, we do some Pilates, we do some weights just to shake it up, right? Because we all need to shake it up. If it's boring, you don't stick with it. All right, maybe lift your arms up. Maybe take that little baby back bend. One of the things I'm trying to do is I have some little fun prizes. I will mail you in the mail because I'm going to ask you a little trivia question. The other day, Mary Jo knew the answer to our quote. F. Scott Fitzgerald stands for Francis Scott Fitzgerald, who is also a relative of, moving right along. The next day, the next question I asked was, what does Joseph Pilates do? Are you looking up toward the sky? Are you stretching out your right front hip? Joseph Pilates, whose Pilates is named after, was a circus performer. Congratulations to Rosemary and to Diana, who got the answers right. I'm impressed, girls. All right, bring your hands back to prayer center. Hold on here. Nice, big, long stretch in your hip flexors to help us prepare for a pose in a bit. All right, hands back down to your blocks. How are you doing? Pretty intense, right? All right, let's come into a quick wide-legged child's pose. And you can stay here if you want. Wide-legged child's pose. Big toes touching, hips back to your heels, arms reaching forward. You can use the block under your head if you want. You can stay here in your child's pose and kind of just regroup. Stretch it out, breathe and enjoy. If you want to include a wee bit of balancing, which I'm going to do, slide your hands under your shoulders, come out of your child's pose, knees underneath the hips, tuck your toes towards your shins, lift your hips up to the sky, take a downward facing dog. You're looking back at your feet. They should be hip-width distance apart. Heels slightly elevated. Look at your hands. They should be shoulder-width distance apart. Little gecko grip. Crown of the head toward the earth as you look back toward your knees or your navel. Heels slightly lifted. Pedal them out. This is your downward facing dog pose. Walk your feet to meet your hands or your hands to meet your feet. Slowly roll your chin up, stacking one vertebra on top of the other at a time. We're going to be here for 2 minutes, and can you set a timer for this? Again, set a timer, a 1 minute timer. All right, come into your one-legged mountain pose. Lift your right leg up, bringing your knee to about hip height. You can have a chair here if you want. Lift your arms on up, and let's start the timer now. All right, balancing. You can watch the timer yourself here. Good. All right, watch the timer as it counts down. Root into your left foot. Knee is lifted high to hip height. Reach through your fingertips. Draw your toes towards your shin. Root solidly and strongly into your left foot. All right, we've got about 20 seconds to go. Lift a little more out of your fingers. Lift even out of your hips. Lift out of the crown of your head. Balancing is so important. The older we get, we lose it if we don't practice it. All right, gotta find my balance. Come back into it, and you know what? If you fall out, no big deal. Get right back in. You can have a chair or your countertop nearby. In fact, this is your homework. And those of you in your child's pose, listen up. We got 10 seconds to go here. You can do it. When you're brushing your teeth, brush your teeth with one leg lifted. Why not? Give it a try, right? You will have balanced for 1 minute here on this leg. I'm impressed. Let's plant it. You did it. Hands to prayer center in a moment of gratitude. Close your eyes in a Samastitihi pose. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Just say congratulations to you. Say, I am happy. I'm happy I'm taking this time to improve myself. Root into the other foot. You remember which other foot is? Root into the other foot. Lift the opposite leg, knee to hip height. Add in the arms. Lift high to the sky in gratitude and appreciation as the timer starts. You got a minute. Or however long you want. Lift. All right. From the ground up, we always want to start with the foundation. Root into your feet. My foot is wiggling a lot. It's little micro wiggles. That's normal. You're wiggling to get your balance. Knee is lifted to hip height. Draw the left toes toward your shins. Lift out of your fingers. You have it. You got it going on. Focus. Focus forward. Maybe it's comfortable to look where the ceiling and the wall meet. Hold it here. Can't think about anything else but this present moment, right? You got to be here. You got to be engaged to be present. You got to be engaged to balance. Lift through your fingers a little bit more. Lift your chest a little higher. Lift out of those hip flexors that you just stretched and are nice and strong and good. Whew. 10 seconds to go. Give it your best shot. Lift. Come on now. Be tall. Be strong. Be courageous. All right. Left foot plants. You did it. Hands to prayer center. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Let it go. Awesome. Remember, try that when you brush your teeth, okay? Good job. Let's fold forward if we're standing. If you're enjoying your child's pose, enjoy it a little bit longer. All right, hinge forward. Hinge forward, feet toward the ground, or feet are on the ground. Fingers toward the ground. They don't have to touch. Send your gaze back to your knees. Give your knees a little bit of a bend. Toe heel your feet, hip width distance apart. Hands to opposite elbow creases. Ragdoll pose. Sway one elbow toward one side, then the other elbow toward the other side. Don't be disappointed. Don't think, oh, my yoga, nothing's happening. It's so slow. Trust me, it happens, and it will happen quickly if you just stick with it. Let it first begin with your mind. Take the time, commit
to be here and do exactly what you can. Nothing more, nothing less. And just trust the process. Finish up in your ragdoll pose. Bring your hands back to the midline of your body. Release your fingers to your mat. Bend your knees and come on down. All right, we're going to come on to our backs. Those of you in child's pose, come on to your back. All of us come on to our back. But remember, what are you going to do getting down here? You're going to take it slow because you're going to be in control. Hands to prayer center because I need divine help here. Come on down. Soles of your feet can be on your mat. Slowly lower on down. Before, we had our knees open wide. Now you got the soles of your feet on your mat. Slowly lower all the way down. Maybe your strap or your towel near your shoulders. Come down to fully reclined. In your reclined position, maybe the towel is nearby. That's a big help for me in this pose. We're going to do reclined pigeon. All right, here's the deal. Bend your knees, have the soles of your feet on your mat. Lift your right leg up. Circle your ankle a little bit. You can never give our ankles enough love. Remember that. That was a homework assignment too. Bend the right knee. Bring the outside of the right ankle onto your left thigh. So your legs are in a figure 4. Press your inner right thigh open. Stay here. Tune me out if this is where you want to be. If you want to take it farther, 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 do these things. Lift your left foot up and draw the left knee closer to your chest. And don't forget this right knee. Drive the outside of the right knee toward the bottom of your mat. Stay here. Breathe here. If you'd like, using your towel or interlaced fingers, place them behind your knee, low on your hamstring. Left knee bends, shoulders, you draw them back, and you're hugging this left knee in towards your chest pretty tightly. Don't forget the outside of the right knee. It intensifies the pose to push it down toward the bottom of the mat. Another layer if you want. Interlaced fingers underneath the left knee, high on the shin. Can't quite reach? Use your towel. Hug it in. Keep your elbows hugged in too. Nice and tight and concise. Hug that left knee in. Drive the outside of the right knee toward the bottom of the mat. Oh, don't you feel it? Feel what you feel. Pay attention to it. Right toes, draw them toward your right shin. So pull the toes of the right foot toward the shin. So, 4 big muscles in your backside. Gluteus maximus, gluteus minimus, gluteus medius, and you've got the little teeny piriformis. Little teeny piriformis muscle feels this next stretch. So kind of put your mind in your bottom. Put your mind into your bottom. Feel what you're feeling here. You're hugging the left knee in tight. You're taking the right knee, driving it to the bottom of the mat. Ooh, right toes are drawn toward the shin. And what we're going to do is this right foot, we're going to move it 4 or so inches to the left. As you do that, you kind of feel the tiny little muscle, the piriformis in your backside. Breathe. Really tight, intense strengthening of those big glutes. As you're ready, left foot comes down and right foot comes down. Come out of it. All right. Excellent work. Let's do it on the other side. Take it to what is right for you. Soles of the feet on the mat. Left foot lifts. Outside of the left ankle on top of the right thigh. Hang out here by pushing into your left inner thigh. Staying right here is fine. Don't feel left behind. Don't feel, oh, I can't do it if I can't go farther. Trust me, just show up. That's the hardest part. Show up, repeat. Repetition is the beginning of mastery. You've got to come back and keep doing it. All right, keep it pressed open. Maybe lift the right foot up a little bit or a lot. And maybe draw the right toes toward the right shin. Maybe circle the left ankle, maybe circle the right. Hang out here, just find movement. Interlaced fingers or the little towel can go right behind your knee of the right leg, low on the hamstring. Hug it in. Hug it in. Breathe. Remember, the outside of the left knee toward the bottom of the mat. Right knee hugs more in toward the body. Breathe. And with each exhale, as you send your belly button toward your spine, maybe you can hug it in just a little bit more as you make space in your belly. Take it another layer if you want. Interlaced fingers or the towel underneath your right knee in the front. Draw it in, hug it in. Squeeze it in good and tight. Maybe this is where you stay. But just feel the sensations you feel in your backside. Draw the left toes toward the left shin. So you feel like your left foot is kind of flat and it's going to like push into the wall in just a moment. Breathe. Shoulders are back and down. Knee is hugged in good and tight. Left knee outside of it is going toward the wall. And when you're ready, if you're ready, what you can do is take the left foot, send it a couple inches more to the right as you tightly squeeze and hug in. Maybe take it a little farther. Feel what you feel. It feels different in your backside, in your left cheek. Hold it here, good and tight. What do you think? Nice, strong glute muscles. All right, finish. Left foot down, right foot down. Isn't that awesome when you take it to its full extent? Anytime we do half pigeon pose, Ekapada Rajakapotasana, when we do the same pose essentially on our knees, you could come into this pose and do it lying down. So remember, there's always ways to modify. All right, hands down by your sides, push your hips on up, take your bridge pose. Bridge pose, hips are lifted, press into your feet. Nice big stretch here. Breathe. Both hips are getting this nice stretch at the same time. Unlike when we do our lunge. Same thing's getting the good stretch in our lunge, but we're doing them one at the time. Press hard into your feet. Lift your hips high to the sky. Shoulders away from your ears. Wiggle your shoulders closer to your spine. Lift even higher in your bridge. Slowly, one vertebra at a time. Think of like a pearl necklace, each individual pearl, bringing each vertebra down, each pearl slowly down. Keep your tailbone tucked up until we get all the way down. What does that mean? Keep your navel tucked to your spine until you get all the way down, all the way down. And then take your tailbone down to the mat. Nice job. Let's press on up. Use your hands or don't. You are in control. What are you going to do? Think it through. Maybe you use your hands, maybe no hands at all. Come on up to seated. All right, here's the next pose. We are going to take our legs, spread them good and wide. You can bring your blocks in between your legs. All right, blocks between your legs. Spread your legs wide. How does that feel? All right, 2 blocks in between your legs. Legs wide. You know, maybe even use your hands. Spread them. All right, blocks, whatever height works for you. Maybe forearms come down. Maybe forehead comes down. Maybe you take the blocks, scoot them out really far in front of you, and reach. Bringing your forehead toward the earth. Breathe. Big breath in, big breath out. And you don't have to go very far. What works for you? Maybe just a little bit. Don't judge. That's the hardest part. Don't judge. Everybody always wants to take everything to 110%. Even if you're just starting, you think, oh, I want to take it even farther, farther, farther. Don't, because you'll hurt yourself, number one. You'll stress yourself so much, you'll be stressed out. You say, I don't want to do yoga. It's stressful. This should be a pleasurable time, a pleasurable time of steadiness. Get steady here. Maybe scoot your blocks a little more forward. Maybe think of your chest coming a little more to the earth. You want a time of steadiness. You want to get steady. You want to feel stable. And you know what? That steadiness, that stability, it leads to tranquility. And that's where we all want to be, in our heads, nice and tranquil. Doesn't just happen overnight. So just keep coming back. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Take it to as far as feels good for you. And then let's finish. Come on up. Bend one knee. Bend one knee. I don't care which one you do. I'm going to bend my right one. Bend a knee. Bring the sole of the foot to the inner thigh of the other leg. Lengthen up here. Exhale. As you exhale, remember exhale is when we twist because you hollowed everything out. Twist to the extended leg side. And then take your hands down your left leg like you're rolling down socks. And just reach your hands toward your ankle, your foot, whatever you can do. As you look at your extended leg's knee, hug in your elbows. Take another big inhale, lengthen up. Find space in your spine like we did in bird dog. Exhale, twist a little bit more. Work your nose, your chin, your forehead toward your knee. Big inhale, you lengthen up. Your belly kind of pushes into your thigh and it makes you come on up, but you're finding length in your spine. Exhale, let it go. Deepen the twist, fold forward, navel to spine. Eyes are closed, so you don't judge yourself. You don't think, oh my gosh, my knee is so far away, I'll never get there. Close your eyes and imagine it happening. Big inhale, big exhale. Slowly, with control, bring it on up. Walk your hands back up your leg. Keep your gaze, your trunk towards your leg. Come all the way up. And then untwist. Come back to the midline. Other leg, same thing. Extend the opposite leg long. I want to extend my right one. I'm going to bend my left one. Maybe yours doesn't bend that much. Maybe you don't even bring it that far. Reach toward, twist toward the extended leg. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, reach it forward. Roll down those socks. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale into it. Eyes are closed, elbows hugged in, belly hollowed out. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, more toward the knee. Inhale, lengthen up. Belly's going to push into your thigh. It's going to pull you away. Breathe. Exhale, let it go. Finish up. Roll the sock back up. Keep looking at that right extended leg. Don't twist too fast. Then twist. Come back to center. How did you do? All right, you got a choice. We're going to do reclined hero, or you can do pontoon. The idea is you're going to get a nice stretch in the front of your hip flexors. All right, here's the deal. If you want to do pontoon, grab your 2 blocks. Come on down slowly to reclined. I'll do hero in just a moment. If you want to do pontoon, if you know that, let's just get into it. Press your weight into your feet. Take your 2 blocks underneath your bottom. Need 2 blocks surface area. Place it under there. Bring all your weight down onto your block. Send your legs long onto your mat. Feel the nice stretch in the front of your hips. You can stay right here, do with your arms, whatever you want. All right, just feel the nice stretch in the hips. For your reclined hero, which I'm going to do today, let's start. Take it in layers, standing on your knees. Once you stand on your knees, maybe you take your block in between your legs and have a seat on it. Have a seat on it. So big bend in the knees. How does this feel for you? Doesn't feel great for everybody, but maybe you're working toward this. Maybe you're taking it in layers. You're having a seat on your block. Thighs getting a nice stretch. Maybe you just stay right here in a nice peaceful prayer position. Soften in the shoulders, breathe. All right, take it a little further. If you have those half blocks, maybe you graduate to a half-size block. It'll bring your bottom down a little bit lower. You can do the half block or no block at all. Bring your bottom down onto your mat. All right, that's the next big layer. So your bottom is down on your mat. You couldn't put a piece of paper there. If you could put a piece of paper there, reintroduce the block or just hang out there. You don't want to take it any farther. Wiggle your knees back together. Shins are kind of parallel to the sides of your mat. Heels are up towards your hip creases. Maybe take your blocks, bring them on back. Place your hands on your blocks and lean back into them. The blocks, think of them as bringing the ground up to you. Lift your chest up to the sky and stay right here. Layers, taking it farther. You can ditch the blocks, walk your hands on back, and come on back to your elbows. You can stay right here. Another layer if you want, just like doing that half pigeon pose. Come on down. I always get my head off the mat. All right, come on down. Knees are down. Shoulders are down. Calves are here behind your hips. You're on the tops of your feet, so you're in a plantar flexion. Nice stretch in the feet. Knees are down and knees are together. Arms, they can lift up overhead. Breathe here. Chest is lifted. Bend your elbows if you like. Reach hands to opposite elbow creases like you do in ragdoll. And stay right here in the fullest expression of your hero's pose. Reclined hero's pose. Take a deep breath in. And, the opposite. A deep breath out. Find peace in your pose. If it is stressful, sometimes stress is good. As long as it's not painful, breathe through it. If it's painful, if you're thinking, oh no, I can't stand this, then come out of it. If it's just uncomfortable, and you're thinking, oh no, distinguish. Is it pain? Is it discomfort? Pain is never good. Back out of it if it's painful. If it's just uncomfortable, breathe through it. That is your hero's pose. And if you are in your pontoon pose, nice big stretch in the hips. We're getting it more in the quads here in this reclined hero's pose. Nice work, whichever one you did, because you listened to your body, and that's important. All right, let's come on out. Come out of it the way you came in. Slowly press on up, back on up into the arms. Let's come out of our hero's pose. All right, guess what? We're almost done. So let's come on down. Take your eye shade and or your little towel with you. That's a big stretch in the quadriceps. How does it feel? Pontoon is a big stretch in the front of your hip flexors. Again, countering that constantly seated pose because we're all sitting way too much. So your little muscles here are compressed. Extend them, expand them, and enjoy pontoon once in a while. It's pretty doable, I think. Let me know. All right, come on down. Let's do supine twist. Fully reclined. Left leg is long. Drive your left heel more to the bottom of your mat because you got length in those hip flexors. Send that left leg long. Bend the right leg. Bend the right leg. Hug it on up toward your chest. Interlaced fingers, or, if it's just not quite there today, hug it in with your little towel underneath the right knee. Hug it in here, and you can rock a little bit from side to side. Let it feel good on your low back. To take supine twist to its fullest expression, interlace your fingers. Send your interlaced hands underneath your right knee. Draw the right toes toward your right shin. Ooh, feel them as you flex there. Feel your strong muscles underneath your knee. Left knee toward your shin. Hug the right knee in, good and tight, good and tight. You are strong. You've got strong arms. You did plank. You got strong arms. Hug the knee in, good and tight. Those nice big ball and socket. You got to have mobility in those hips. Left hand takes the right knee, guides it across your belly button as you roll onto your left hip. Keep your right shoulder down. Best way to do that is to tee out your arm and send your gaze toward the right side of your room. Breathe. Left hand is holding the right knee. You're encouraging it toward the earth. Take a big twist. Think of just kind of twisting out like a washcloth. Gaze to the right. And then finish. Right hip comes down. Your gaze goes back up to the sky, and so does your knee. Hug it in again. Circle your ankles. Always take that opportunity when you can. Sitting in a restaurant, having coffee with a friend. Circle your ankles. Send the right leg long onto your mat. Heel draws toward the bottom of the mat. Open up through your right leg. Left leg bends. So one's extending, one's compressing. All right, interlaced fingers or towel under the left knee. Shoulders are back. Oh, squeeze it in. That feels good. Got to have both motions. Got to have complementary motions, taking things to its full range of motion. All right, so big compression here, but while you're compressing this, you're stretching out the other side, so it's all good. Right hand guides the left knee across the midline of the body. Roll onto the right hip. Right hand encourages the left knee down, and your shoulder, keep it down too. Oh, that feels good. Tee out the left arm. Pet your dog. Look to the left. Breathe. Hollow out your belly. Remember, navel to spine. Take it farther. Take the twist deeper. Be aware of your breath. Use your breath to deepen your poses. Use your breath to calm your mind. Deep breaths engage your parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and digest part of your nervous system. As you're ready, bring the left hip back down to the earth. Gaze up to the sky. Hug the left knee in again. Maybe circle an ankle or two again. Hug it in really good and tight. Left leg goes long on your mat. You have strong hip flexors. You have a strong core. Drag both heels up at the same time as if they were in mud. Take your time. Drag them on up, then bring the knees on up. Happy baby pose. Left knee toward left armpit, right knee toward the right armpit. Little different than our supine twist because you're bringing the knees. Think of the hips coming out and around and tucking the knees up into your armpits. Rock a little bit from side to side. That feels awesome. Breathe. Take your hands, capture the insides of your calves. Maybe that is where you are today, and extend one leg, then the other. Breathe. And then as time goes on, we're going to reach more for our ankles. And breathe. And time goes on, a week, 10 days, whatever. A month, maybe 2 months, maybe. Then eventually work towards your heels. Extend one leg high, then the other leg bends. Then extend the other leg high, and the other leg bends. Breathe like a little happy baby in its crib. All right, let's finish up in your variation of your happy baby. Knees together, feet come down, legs go long, eye shade time, and final shavasana. Best pose of the practice. And, just soothe yourself here. Cover your eyes, arms down by your sides, heels are at the edges of your mat. Let your pinky toes fall toward the edges of your mat as you externally rotate your hips a little bit, finding space there. Arms are down by your sides. Arms are down by your side. Wiggle your shoulders a little bit closer together so you got a little shelf for your heart. Eyes are closed. Find peace in your breath, in your body, in your mind, in this moment. Don't think about the past. Don't think about the future. Your mind is only on your breath. As you breathe in and out, letting your body go, softening the area between your eyebrows. Finding stillness in the body and stillness in the mind. Peace. Big balloon belly on up to the sky as you fill up with air. And now navel to spine as you slowly exhale. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, your ankles, your wrists. Reach high overhead. Take a big good morning stretch. The way you stretch before you get out of bed in the morning, whatever that is, stretch. And then exhale, fetal position, knees and elbows bent. Low arms, bicep is a pillow for your head. Close your eyes. Here we are. Breathe in, breathe out. Slowly, as you're ready, you decide, press on up. Are your eyes open or are they closed? Do you use your hands or do you not? You are in control. Breathe, sit comfortably, whatever that means for you. Hands to prayer center, lengthen up through your spine. Exhale, let it go. A lot of things we should let go. Let it go. Drink in the goodness as you inhale. You are strong. You are capable. You are able. Exhale out all the other bad stuff. As you blink, your eyes open. Ta-da! You did it. You did it. I'm happy that you were here. I'm happy. You are happy. I am happy. Say I'm happy. I am happy that I value my body, my mind, my time, and my well-being by coming to my mat. Thank you for being here. All right, tangible measure. Did the magic happen? Stress number. What was it? And what is it? It really does work. And when you work the body, the mind comes along too, and you lower the stress. All right, remember this good feeling all day long, and I'll see you on your mats tomorrow. From all of us to all of you, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. See you on your mats tomorrow. Bye, guys. Have a good day. Make it a good day. Bye. Hi, girl. What's up? What's up? You're a good girl. Bonnie, where are you? Good girl. Good girl. Take your deep breath in
and your deep breath out. I am so glad that you are still here with us. I'm glad that you are still doing your yoga. You know, you're challenging yourself, and challenge is good. Challenge results in change, in growth, in all the good things. Encourage the things that you want to have. Gives you courage, gives you strength. You're sticking with it. You're not giving up, and I'm happy for that. Tell your friends about our yoga. It's free for anybody and everybody. They can watch us on Facebook. They can watch us on YouTube. Just let them know. Let them know how good it feels for you. If you'd like to support our broadcast, you can visit our website. It's 316yoga.com, and you can check us out there. All right, thank you so much for being here. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Do your yoga off your mat. See you later.